Moon gang. Hello, 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 hello. What is going on, Moon gang? We're in our NASA chair for the. I'm so excited, folks. I'm so excited. Part of it probably has to deal with how just awesome yesterday was. I'm still living on cloud nine from that. Should we start today off with some glasses? Look a little bit more professional, a little bit morning professionalism. Um, still so excited about yesterday. So proud of the Ape Nation showing up for St. Jude. I think that's incredible. On top of that, specific to our stocks, I mean, AMC, we're seeing it in that MACD turnaround. We were kind of in that bear phase, looking for a new bull phase, and we're seeing some serious momentum out of the gate today. The first thing I'll be watching is just the breakout from yesterday's high, 36.18. Feeling very, very, very good about that. So I'm excited for the market to get open. Don't forget, so my update video, and also yesterday, we kind of streamed the president's remarks. That type of stuff is important to know. Remember, it's in no way a political statement for me. It's just obviously us and wars and what's going on with that is clearly going to have an impact on the stock market. Right now, we do see that the Russell 2000 and S&P 500 are both gapping down. Previously, we've seen in the bottom left here, the Russell 2000, when there is, I guess, depending on its trend, it could provide some headwinds or tailwinds to AMC. So that's worthwhile to pay attention to. Right now, I guess you could argue that it is gapping down ever so slightly, but IWM is gapping down on a greater magnitude. S&P 500 definitely gapping down. And then right now, GME used to be in the Russell 2000. It's not anymore. It's currently in the S&P 400 mid cap, not the S&P 500 that we're normally talking about. So just so you know, it used to be in there, but no longer in the Russell 2000. So as I'm saying this, AMC is at 35 and GME is at 162.50. So that's how we're going to start off on the day. But with it, you guys know me. I really like to wait those first 15, 20, 30 minutes just to see how we kind of come out of the gate. I'm expecting some volatility today. Not necessarily because of AMC and GME. I'm expecting overall market volatility because of what's going on with the US, Afghanistan, this entire geopolitical situation. Definitely, I think it's going to prompt some, I guess, uneasy nerves and all of that type of stuff. But overall, let's get prepared for some volatility. Keep our fingers crossed because I do think that AMC, it's looking pretty interesting. And honestly, so is GME. My biggest issue with GME right now is relative to the short interest we saw previously. It is a smaller short interest and the volume's not there. So I want both of those to start a, like, kind of, I guess, tick back upwards to where the levels we've previously seen GME be at. That would make me a little bit happier with it. But overall, we are looking A-okay. Before I hop into the Ortex numbers and all that good stuff, I want to, so I did switch some things around yesterday. We were all talking about my KBSs and all that good stuff. I did end up switching some things around, and just for any of the people who actually know more about streaming than I do, which I'm sure there's many of you right now, I ended up switching my bit rate up to 5,000 and my keyframe interval is on 0, but I am using the new Apple. I'm using the M1 chip, so I hope it's coming through in more of a clear, non-buffering manner, but keep me posted on if you're noticing any issues or something like that, if I need to keep iterating and figure out like what's actually going on there. It's still actually YouTube still does not like my keyframe frequency. So it sounds like I need to hard code in my keyframe frequency as opposed to letting it go on auto. Good morning, everyone. Who is ready to say the days? What's going on, Gorilla Champ? Gorilla Champ. Why is this not loading? The mini feed right here. Skip alert. I want to update this. All right, I think we are ready to rock. All right, let's hop into the Ortex numbers for the day. Man, I'm excited. Oh, before Ortex, I just thought this would be a little bit interesting to talk about because I talk a lot about ETFs, and some of my favorite ETFs happen to be run by ARK Invest, which is run by Cathie Wood. In the past year or two, she hasn't come out of nowhere, but she definitely has, in a certain sense, solidified herself as a Wall Street titan, a Wall Street legend. She definitely kicks ass. She's made some very, very impressive calls, including being one of these people who's made millions and millions and millions of dollars off of her Tesla calls. Not calls as an options. I'm sure they've done that, but I'm as in saying a lot of people for quite a while were saying Tesla stock is going absolutely nowhere. She said it's going to go higher, higher, higher. She put her money where her mouth is, and she made a lot of money off of those investments. And her whole thing is innovation and disruption. So whether it's in, I guess, electric vehicles, whether it's going to end up being in finance, like she has like kind of now 6 main different ETFs, exchange traded funds. We could actually just check out our website, but this was kind of the hubbub around yesterday. So anyway, you have Cathie Wood, who is pretty lauded now, but then Michael Burry, who obviously the guy, the Big Short, Christian Bale, same person, he made a lot of money off of shorting the housing market when it kind of keeled over in 2008. But the big news yesterday was that Michael Burry's hedge fund, Scion, bet against Cathie Wood's flagship fund, and that one is either ARK-K or ARK-W. I think it's ARK-K, yeah, ARKK. So we could actually check that out really quick. ARKK, it is an ETF that, I'm invested in it. Anyone can be invested in it. Recently, it hasn't been doing all that much. I first got into it early summer of last year. So I'm up on the position, but ever since March of this year, it's gone sideways. Not really moving much right now. And I don't know. It's kind of interesting that we're seeing 2 different titans battle this one out. But overall, Michael Burry, the guy who made a lot of money off the housing bubble pop, and now Cathie Wood. So it's interesting to see these 2, I guess, titans go about it. But right here, her commentary on it was just that he doesn't get innovation. He very much understands. To his credit, Michael Burry made a great call on fundamentals and recognized the calamity brewing in the housing/mortgage market. I do not believe that he understands the fundamentals that are creating explosive growth and investment opportunities in the innovation space. So that's her commentary on it. And by the way, it's not like he came out and he's like, oh, this is what I'm doing. We know that he's individually had a big bet against Tesla. In fact, he's been leveraging up his bet against Tesla. But from his 13F filing, we see that he is clearly betting against ARKK as well, which is one of the funds that we have here at ARK Invest. Let me see if I could show you the quick, where is it in here? They have so many ETFs, the ARK different, our team work at ARK. It's in here. You can check out their website, except right here, disruption, tech and robotics, genomic revolution, next generation intech, and fintech innovation. And I believe that they also have some sort of space one also in the works. But those are their main ones. They all start with ARK. It's ARK, W, K, F, G, and X, maybe, are all of them, something like that. Worthwhile to check out. Maybe in the slower part of today, we could bring those up and do some technicals if that's something that you would be interested in. But that was just some of the news from yesterday, beyond the fact that the big thing was that the president of the United States has decided to pull out of Afghanistan, which right now, the thing I wanted to talk about with that is there's certain things like Lockheed Martin that will LMNT. So actually no gap up on that, but this is a defense contractor. So companies like Lockheed Martin, you could also watch Raytheon Technologies, RTX. So these are the ones that you could watch that could have some sort of impact based on military political decisions. Another one is Boeing, but there's a whole host of them. Those are just the top 3 that come to my mind. All right, now let's go over all these Vortex numbers. Whoa. They've already borrowed 2 million shares against AMC today. Short interest 19%. Utilization probably now with this borrow up to 2 million shares on loan, probably at 112 million, 111. So the market has not even opened and we're already up 2 million. Remember, with utilization, I saw that some people were reporting, oh, on this one, there's no more shares to borrow. Remember, that's specific to that brokerage. You want to check the overall utilization, not just how many shares are left at like one individual brokerage. If you're using Stonko Tracker, that's just looking at Interactive Brokers, which is one prime broker. Other people have been checking out Fidelity. On certain brokerages, AMC is hard to borrow, but on other ones, there's still about, I don't know, roughly for the ease of math, since have about 10 more percent to go, about 8 more percent to go, about 10 more million shares, roughly, give or take a couple million. But the max out when it's hard to borrow on every brokerage, that's when the utilization's at 100%. If you want to know a bit more about utilization, I did do a breakdown video of explaining the math of it, because sometimes people notice that shares on loan and short interest goes up, but utilization goes down, or utilization goes up, but short interest goes down. All of that is mathematically possible. That discrepancy is not indicative of counterfeit shares. Obviously, I still believe there's counterfeit shares, but I'm just saying that mathematical sleight of hand is possible without something illegal, illicit going on in the background. I believe that video is on the Matt Kohrs Clips channel. If you need that, like just a quick, like I guess, reference tool that you could check that video out to see what's really going on with utilization. Another one more and more people are asking about is what's the average age of shares on loan. And right now we are at 44 days. Yesterday, we see actually it's an interesting trend. So right here was around 31 days as of June 24th. Fast forward about 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, and now we're up to 44 days. So pretty much a month and a half is the average age of shares on loan, just so everyone knows. In terms of GameStop, net neutral thus far on the day, short interest of 10.4%, shares on loan of 6.74 million, utilization of 40%. Specific to the GME community, I guess a lot of people are getting mad just because Ortex is not confirming their bias, and they're saying that it's, I guess, paid off, like it's a Citadel shill. Like you've heard all of that classic rhetoric. As soon as something's not estimating what they want it to be, they get mad. But it's a little bit interesting because back in the day, they loved it. They're like, well, look at this. We're at 130%. We're at 118%. So it went from something they loved to it didn't confirm with them anymore, their bias that they wanted it to be. And now they think they like can't use it at all. Overall, I don't know how to be more clear about this. With Ortex, it's 85% of market transactions. So it's not even 100% of the full picture, and it includes nothing about the fake, illegal, counterfeit picture, such as naked shorts, counterfeit shares, any of that. That is not included in this data because by definition, it is not reported. So how would they possibly have it? The thing you can take away here is you can get a rough estimate of where it's at. Like I said, a rough estimate. But what's more important to me is you could use it for trends. You can see if it's going up. Maybe the magnitude of the number doesn't really mean much to you, but overall, you could see the trend of the short interest. Is it trending up? Is it trending down? You could see the same thing with the shares on loan, anything like that. The trends are, to me, you can use some of the numbers, the pure numbers, the magnitude and where we're at. It gives you the ballpark that we're roughly in, but obviously like we're missing a good amount of the picture. But overall, the trends, that's what I like to see. Are we trending up? Are we trending down? What is going on a larger time frame? That's where I find a lot of its utility to actually be. And specific to GME, I did talk about this. Some people were talking about the share short being 7.66 million. I do agree that that's right, but anyone that's using it, just understand that that's old data. The settlement date right here, July 30th, you're actually using data that's over 2 weeks old. So at one point, to say that the share short against GME was 7.66 million, I do agree that that's accurate. It was accurate. It's just no longer accurate because we're over 2 weeks removed from that. Just in case you're seeing that specific number as it relates to GME. Another quick thing, just because we've been talking about it a bit more, if you happen to be an Nvidia coming up this week, tomorrow, there's going to be the earnings announcement. So it's in the semiconductor world, as in they make the processing chips, similar to AMD, similar to Intel. I'm a fan of all three. I do have an investment in all three, but this one I'm going to be definitely interested to see what they say, because we might see some sort of gap up, gap down, or maybe it's going to be a muted reaction, but more volatility specific to Nvidia tomorrow, in my humble opinion. All right, let me throw this up here and let's get to some of your questions. Seriously, this short end trend tells everything. It's just a matter of time. I am Rick of Spades. Shout out. If they have to buy back shares in order to return shares borrowed, why would they have to return synthetic shares? Technically, they didn't borrow. So hang on, Tyler, this is a really good question. You technically don't have to buy back shares to return them if they were borrowed, because you don't have to short them. You could borrow shares, not short, and then just return. The process of returning shares and the process of closing a short position are two distinct events. Like I said, you can borrow shares, not short, and then just return them, and it has no material impact on the price at all, because you're not buying or selling at all. Or you could borrow them, short them, close the position by buying them back, and then returning them. You have to buy shares back to close a position. The way if you own shares, you have to sell them to close your position. It's the exact inverse. If you ever go short, to ever get that capital back, whether it's at a profit, at a loss, or net neutral, you have to buy shares back to get out of the position. There's no other way to get out. Like, you have to buy them back. Your broker has to force you to buy them back, but somewhere there's going to be stock buying. If you're ever short, whether a legitimate short or a naked short, to close the position, you do have to buy shares. That's a very good question, Tyler. What else do we have? I think, did I miss one earlier? Hey, Matt, keyframe interval should be double the frame rate, 60 frames for 30 FPS. Wait, I think we might be talking about something different with that, because the YouTube warning is that it has to be below 4, the keyframe interval. It says, yeah, it has to be below 4. So I don't know if it directly relates to frames, 60 frames, 30. Yeah, it says it wants it below 4. Tuning in before I transform someone's vanity. Shout out to Tommy's Touch. I thought you had potential. Let's go. Moon Gang, shout out. Champ. The Gorilla Champ. Have you seen any trends in the Ortex cost to borrow metric? Seems if shares get more difficult to borrow, should be going up. Yep, Eric, and it definitely behaves that way. But we see it's not perfectly linear, but there's a correlation. As soon as you hit a utilization of 98, 99, 100%, that's when you see very notable jumps in the cost to borrow. We've seen that previously with AMC, and as we trend in the direction we're currently trending right now, I think we will be, you could expect to see that again. What else do we have? In regards to Ortex, all models are wrong, but some are useful. British statistician George E.P. Box, none of the data is perfect. Yeah, and I don't know. People think, I don't know. It's a misconception. But if you're listening to me right now, I will fully admit that it's not perfect. I'd be crazy to think that it is perfect, and I'll sit here and explain where some of its downfalls are, but it's still better than nothing. We have to base it on some sort of grounded information and go from there and understand the pitfalls of our own data source. Totally message retracted. I like the mystery. I like the mystery a lot. Hey, Matt, can you check ZUGA coin? It is in the first African coin jumped from 50 to, Francisco. All right, here, let me write that down. That sounds interesting. I have yet to hear about this crypto. ZUGA coin. It is the first African coin. Zuga coin. Zuga coin. All right, I got that down. I will check that out in a little bit more of the downtime of today. Overall, all right, we're doing this. I just want to make sure the quality of everything is where it should be. Where it should be. Why is this not working? All right, now we're good. Sweet. If you're having any issues, whether it is Rumble, whether it is YouTube or any of that, just do a quick reload. But like I said, we are kind of messing around with a little bit of a different setup, but I do believe that it will be a superior setup. I saw Citadel had a 13F yesterday for 136,000 shares. Why would they do that? We've known that Citadel had shares. Let me bring this up. Okay, we still have time. So, owners, institutional owners. We know that Citadel reported. Citadel. Where is it? Citadel. Lots of Citadel. Advisors, LLC. A call, a put. All right, let's go to this one. If we click on them, we could see their own history. All right, hang on. I just want the history right here. This is one of the nicest things to do because you can see the previous, what they had in the previous quarter to this quarter and see if it's a net increase, a net decrease. All right, I'm going to find AMC very quickly if it loads. A lot of information on these pages. That's AMCX. Remember, AMC Networks is different than AMC Entertainment. AMCX. Some other AMC hit. Where is AMC? Why is this not showing up? I guess they don't have a... Wait. This is just poor loading. I definitely agree with you. I saw those numbers myself last night. My point in trying to illustrate this, if this would load a little bit faster, is actually that we've known they have had some... All right, Fintel's just not working. Let me go back to a different Fintel page. So we know owners, institutional owners. This is not, I suppose, breaking news. Because what is going on is here. Let me highlight all the Citadels. As you can see, it reports calls, puts, and long positions, but not short positions. So if you've purchased, I suppose, the premium package here on Fintel, you know the call number, you know the put number, and right here we know that they have about 136,000 shares. I actually think that is a decrease, and you can find out in that history page that I was just showing you. Previously, I think they had a couple 100,000 more, so this should be a decrease. Yeah, their previous shares change. I think they had above like around 729,000 last time. So their long position on AMC, I believe, has decreased. You can get that definitively from, I mean, we could see the value change percentage wise. Yeah, Citadel minus 81%. So I think that's in the realm of around 700,000, 136. But the issue here is they have some shares, they have some puts, they have some calls. Short positions are not reported in 13Fs. They aren't reported. That's what right now, that's actually one of the bills that were being heard by the US government of, oh, not only should they report maybe monthly instead of quarterly, but maybe they should also report their short positions. That's one of the biggest issues with these 13F filings is that short positions are not reported. But we've known that Citadel has owned some shares for actually multiple quarters now. Like, that's not really a secret. We also know about the puts. We also know about the calls. Issue, shorts are not reported. And with it, this comes to kind of a different situation where what's being reported here, this is from Citadel, the hedge fund. Remember, there's also Citadel, the market maker, which might have a different net short position. But when we're talking about Citadel, the hedge fund, of being a hedge fund that's short against it, it's very much symbolic of what's going on with their connection to the market makers, as in Citadel, the market maker, and other hedge funds that are short in general, because shorts are not reported. So when you hear a lot of the times between Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, all these things, when they're saying Citadel short, referring to the hedge fund, it's very much, at least what I've noticed, symbolic of the hedge funds who are short against AMC, because right now we don't actually have, unless they've come out and publicly stated it, we don't actually have any reported information of who is short. Yeah, you can look at net shorts by looking at put positions. That's like one way to do it. And I think people specifically call it Citadel because they know they're connected with Citadel, the market maker, who's obviously involved in payment for order flow and other things to talk about there. People are saying, hang on, isn't this like a conflict of interest, which I like totally understand there. But I just want to explain, maybe like in your head, it might not be adding up of like, oh, hang on, this seems like kind of a discrepancy. Yeah, there are some discrepancies because shorts aren't reported, which to me is absolutely insane. How are we not making them report their short positions? But once again, if you want to dive into this, just come to Fintel, come to AMC. You can dive into it under owners. And then if you want to see historically what that one's done, you just click on their name and you could go from there and see how it's changed from quarter to quarter to quarter. And it does look as if Citadel, the hedge fund, not the market maker, has decreased their share position on AMC from last quarter to this quarter. But once again, that's on Fintel if you want to check it out. At some point today, we'll come to Tiblio to see what's going on there. Overall, very quickly before the market opens, crypto right now a little flat, but still holding on, which I like. Bitcoin at 47,000. 46.5, Ethereum at 3,200, Doge at 32.6, and then Cardano still holding above $2 per coin. Awesome. That is exciting. All right, here's the overall market. Let me go to AMC very quickly. This is kind of the bigger picture on AMC and what I'm looking for, hopefully today, but really hopefully sometime this week, this breakout and a confirmation. I would say the confirmation is nice if we break out and hold above 42, but we're running into this trend line, which we started from the all-time high of AMC at 72. So I'm looking for this breakout, finally getting out of this bear trend. And if we can get above 42 on series volume and especially closing above 42, man, I would be so incredibly happy. So that's the name of the game today, sometime this week. But let's see. Right now, AMC has some beautiful bullish momentum, so we're looking for some follow through on that. That's the main thing I would say we're looking for, is some nice bullish momentum follow through, some nice bullish apish momentum follow through, whatever you want to call it. We're looking for some nice follow through. And I mean, maybe I'm just being a little optimistic, maybe naively optimistic, but right now AMC is holding on pretty strong when IWM and the S&P 500 are taking a bit of a hit. So to me, that's showing the relative strength of AMC. I'm pretty excited about it. I noticed yesterday that CTB min metric in your recap video is 0.02%. Is that just a result of imperfect modeling or a red flag? No, these right here, the min, the average, the max, I didn't notice that the min was a negative value, but remember, these are the live updates, which has about 60% coverage of what's going on in the market. That's not all brokerages report live data. So this isn't the full picture, and that's why you're going to see some changes the next day when it actually loads in. But you just have the min, the max, and the average being reported by the various brokerages. I didn't see a negative. I'll have to recap that. I can't really speak to the negative part of it, but different brokerages are going to charge different amounts. It's not like everyone out there for the day is going to be charging, and it's dynamic throughout the day as well on the cost to borrow, which is commonly abbreviated as CTB. Morning, Matt. I've seen a lot of apes think that there's a real price on dark pools. Python estimated 12K. Can we debunk that? Yeah, so I've spoke about that. Like, I think some people are using that Pyth thing. I think that Pyth thing is pretty sketchy. I see no validity to it. Who in their right mind, you just have to ask yourself, who in their right mind would pay anything above 34.92? I'm saying that because that's where we're trading at right now, 34.93. Why would anyone buy it for 11,000? People would love to sell it at 11,000 right now, but that doesn't mean anyone's going to buy it. You have to have a willing buyer. Every transaction is a willing buyer and a willing seller. Remember that. And this Pyth thing, I did think that the Memex thing was interesting. That's a dark pool. And remember, some dark pools are private, as in they're member only. So I see that as a Reddit write-up. I like the Memex part thing, but the Pyth thing, I don't think personally has any validity. All right. We are about to open for the day. Let me get the bell ready. Morning, Matt. We are the reason you get weekly fade. Shout out Timmy's Touch. Started account yesterday. Use the code for 25 free worth of Bitcoin in account as of this morning. Okay, literally I'm a toaster. I appreciate you for confirming that. So I did see some people maybe had some weird issues of their own, but overall, Voyager, it's a crypto thing. Market is open, folks. The market's open. Anyway, Voyager, it's a phone app for US residents as long as you're not in the state of New York. You can download it, put in the code right above my head, Matt21. And as soon as you trade $100 of anything, you could trade $100 of any crypto that they offer. And then from there, you will be awarded $25 of Bitcoin. So if you trade $100 of Bitcoin, right away, you have a built-in 25% buffer. Thank you for confirming that. I'm a toaster. Shout out. I love your name. Love your name. The market is open, folks, and the SPY is taking a bit of a hit. Shout out to some of the people in the Discord. I know you bought some puts after some of the news from yesterday. If this gets like early morning push down, it might be a perfect time to lock it in at like one of these round values as soon as you see it start turning around, just because volatility is going to be higher, which would be a huge benefit to your profit if you have those puts. Swiss National Bank has a ton of AMC, 832,000 shares. Johnny, thank you for shouting that out. Yeah, so that was news as of a couple days ago. These 13 Fs are continually coming in. And yeah, Swiss National Bank does have a sizable long position on AMC. Sizable long position. All right, there we go. Let me just zoom in a bit more. AMC, pretty volatile at the opening. S&P 500 looking not the best in the first 2 minutes. Same with the Russell 2000. But we saw this kind of yesterday where there was a sell-off because people didn't like the uneasiness of what's going on politically. And then by the end of the day, we were in the green. Is this the first time we have 3 consecutive green bars on the daily since our big run-up? I really am feeling some sort of way. Froggy. Shout out Clubfoot Billy. It actually might be. Good call out. Is the cost to borrow a standardized formula or whatever the broker wants to charge? It is not standardized. Each broker will have its own model of how it's going to do it. Hey, Matt, have you ever had an expectation of, hey, this could squeeze very soon and are now a little surprised it is taking this long? Yeah, that's how I thought back in February because I didn't realize how groundbreaking of an event this would be. But ever since February, I was like, oh, hang on. We're dealing with something a bit abnormal, a bit different. Maybe it's not good to have those types of expectations. Shout out Ryan Patrick. Ding, ding, ding. Dingity, ding, ding, ding. All right, I think we are good there. Shout out everyone. Hello, good morning, good morning. Oh, can anyone kind of let me know on, hang on, what are my warnings? Skipped frames. Why was it skipping frames? I think I need to lower my keyframe interval. Seems to be problematic. But overall, is it good? Like, have there been any serious buffering issues? Is the quality still there? I mean, I don't know what it means, but we're crushing it with the KBSs. We are firing on all KBS cylinders. We're firing on all syllables this morning. You might have went over this, but did you see all the call options from yesterday? Derek, actually, we were talking about that in my Discord, and when after the first 15, 20, 30 minutes goes by, I want to show you guys some things that's happening in the options chain right now. It is pretty interesting, but it basically sums up to the fact that there's a lot of bullish bets going on right now with AMC. Black Dog Hunting says buffering. It skips. Sound is good. Video a little choppy. So it's skipping? It's skipping. Interesting. All right. I'll have to figure out what's that. I think it's probably a keyframe issue. It is probably, I would assume, a keyframe issue. All right. And then what do we have? All right. AMC for my listeners. 35.15 right now. It did hit 35.54. The high from yesterday is around 36.20ish, a little south of that. So that's kind of the first target on the day. Look at IWM and SPY. They are finding their bottom. Hence why I was saying if you had it, the early morning volatility, you might have wanted to lock some of that money in. Let's see what else is going on some of the ones we commonly chat about. Tesla, 670, interesting. Robinhood, how is that doing? All right, Robinhood, it opened up, but it's still weak. I mean, it's below 48. If this thing cracks below 47, I think we're going to the high 45s. Let me mark that out for you. How do I do it on this one? All the different versions of Weeble. Horizontal line. Let's check out 47 right there. That's the line I'd be watching on Robinhood. We're coming to the first breakout on AMC. Very, very close. 30, like we're almost there. I think it's 36. Let me do this again. Horizontal line. We're so close. I mean, it's going to break out by the time I can draw it. I'm too slow. Too slow. AMC moving too fast. There we go. We're about to break out from yesterday's high. I'm excited. With it, this was in my update video from yesterday of how we pretty much at this point up to 42 have resistance at every dollar. 37, 38, 39, 40, and then from 40 it kind of goes right up to 42. If you can't hang out, obviously I'll be tracking them throughout the day. But if you're not in the stream, that's like the rough, that's just easy to remember. For right now, until we get up to 42, roughly resistance at every major dollar level. Some are more important, some are less important, but I think that's a good rule to run by right now. We are a cent away from breaking yesterday's high. Do we have this over here? High. Yeah, I think we were a cent away. Look at that. Look at that resistance call. Hopefully it's a beautiful breakout from it. What was this? Yeah, 36.18. We were literally 1 cent away. You know what this calls for? Everyone knows what this calls for. To get this breakout, we want to break out early. All right, let's get some rockets going. All right, there we go. There we go. This is looking more accurate. All right, we have this, and then let's get some magnets going. Obviously, this is the type of stuff. This is what got us to go in the first place. So I don't know why I ever stopped doing it so much, but right there, boom goes the dynamite. As soon as we get the rocket and the magnet up. All right, what else could we get going here? What else do we have? We could put. What else do we need to put up here? I guess we could put this little hat thing. Let's make this a green guy. There we go. There we go. All right, we're moving, we're grooving, folks. Magnet is in full force today. We're watching 37 and then kind of the mid 38s. I would say is a pretty important level. But does it really matter when you have such a magnet going on? Like, really, does it matter? Full power ahead with this magnet. Some say it's manipulation. Others say it's just superior charting. We all know the truth. Check out the baby London passive Ethereum rewards about to list on CMC. Will do. It is old news. Rentec sold 75% Tesla and bought AMC. Is it old news? Well, it came out in their 13F, so it happened sometime in the last fiscal quarter, so it was valid as of June 30th. Remember, all those 13Fs, it's not live. They have a reporting window, but it's all what was your positions as of June 30th, basically. You have to look at the effective date. Just went long on French houses. Thanks for the advice last weekend. It was nice meeting you. I was very impressed with your amazing vocabulary. Shout out. Man, AMC is cruising. Let me just poke my head over on crypto. All right, nothing. Let me know if crypto starts doing something crazy. I would love today. Let's set up a target today. 39. This is 38.95. Let's set up 39 because that's basically this trend line breakout. 39.39. I feel like we can. I feel like we could do it. I feel like we can definitely do it. Might need to drop back to 4,500 bit rate if you're higher than that. So my bit rate right now, it is at 5,000. So some people are saying that might be the issue to drop my bit rate. Preferences. I don't think they let you do it during stream though. All right, so I will drop it. I mean, I'm at 5,000 right now on bit rate. So I'll drop it to 4,500. I'll do the keyframe interval at 2 or 3. And my CPU usage preset is at fast right now. So we'll get some things figured out for the afternoon stream. We'll mess around with it. Honestly though, for me, I'm at the point where I'm basically just trying to get through. Oh, shout out to, let me find it. So my computer is being made today by, how do I see my own subscription? It is being made by Artisan Builds. So if you want to see that on stream, whoa, they have a lot of followers. 7 minutes ago. Yeah, so mine is going down on Artisan Builds on their Twitch today. It looks like they are Artisan Builds, all one word. They are verified on Twitch. But my computer, I guess, is being built there. So that should be kind of cool. I'm excited to see it getting built. If I have an exact time, I'll like tweet it out or something like that, just so everyone knows. But should be fun. Should be fun. I'm excited to get the new computer. Very excited. Getting back into the world of PC. Tesla coming back with a bit of vengeance. I'm looking for Robinhood to fall, crack below 47. Actually, let's make this line red because I am petty like that, but it's not that visible. All right, well, that's the red line. Should I file my resignation letter now? Trishan Paulo Cap. The tropical storm took out most of Florida's tulip fields. I'm expected to finally see an increase. Let's go, baby. Long on tulips. Right there. I mean, it's not good. I'm not happy that the tropical storm took out most tulip fields. But right here, I mean, don't sleep on tulips, folks. Everyone's going to be coming at me and be like, hey, Matt, maybe tulips aren't coming back. It's been a quite a few years that we really haven't seen an increase in the value of tulips. And all I would say is it's a classic 400-year break. We see that in some markets. Sometimes you run up like crazy. It's a sleeping giant. That's why we have the saying sleeping giant. Tulips, at one point back in the 1600s in Netherlands, you could trade a single tulip bulb for an entire house. To get that kind of run up, obviously, it has to take a breather. It's all about the transfer of energy, huge kinetic energy, and now it's resting, building up a lot of potential energy. You know, that's one of the main things about this channel is you're supposed to have potential. Tulips have a lot of potential. They're building up more potential every single century that it's not moving. And when it explodes again, it's going to go sky high. I don't know when it's going. I can just tell you that I am highly over leveraged in the tulip market. And someone just asked, will I be storing them in my French houses? You know it. Matt, you are streaming at 1080. If you are 1080, 60 frames per second, you should be around 6.7 if you are using OBS. Do 0 on keyframes and drop your FPS to 30. Micah, I think, am I mispronouncing your name again? I think I am. I'm sorry. Could you maybe DM me right after the stream on Discord? I know you're in Discord. I would love to talk to you. And I actually want to talk to you about some other stuff as well. But if you could drop me a DM, whether it's on Discord or on Twitter, I would love to have a conversation with you about some stuff. Hey, bro, if you ever start your own company, you should call it Tulips. I always just thought, yeah, I mean, tulips. Just no matter what I do, no relation to it. If it's a clothing brand, if it's an app, if it's a website, if it's like a Gorilla Glue company, just call it all Tulips. That's the name of my business conglomerate, is just Tulips. Tulips Inc., Tulips Incorporated, Tulips LLC, Tulips, something like that. Tulips. AMC looking some sort of purdy right now. I mean, it is up 36.60, the highest 36.84. GME just hit a new intraday high at 165. Look for GME to get above 168. That's a very important level for GME. Above 168, we're then watching 165. Robinhood looking a bit weak. If it can't hold on to 48, I would then be watching 47.60. Ding, ding, ding. AMC, new intraday high. It hit 47. Let's bring up our better charts. All right, let's make sure the magnet is still working. If you have TradingView, just so you know, if you want to try it out, you could do your own superior charting. It is in the description of the video. If you need your own emoji charting, very, very important stuff, but we're showing some serious strength. The target, I think the interesting target of the day is 39. Why do I think 39? Because it's an official trend line breakout. Lots to be excited about if we break above, really if we break above that. We're getting some boom, boom candles. Yesterday, I did cop some AMC calls. My Discord is well aware of that. And I want to see what they're doing because I think I'll have a big smile on my face. We are moving. We are grooving. It feels good. Another great day to be an ape. I hate when it says that my own... What am I doing? All right, we are looking good. Honestly, not as good as I thought we'd be looking right now. But hey, just give it some time. Give it some time. Just wait till we're 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I mean, AMC's cruising today, folks. It is cruising, cruising, cruising right now. We're feeling froggy. We're feeling froggy. How's IWM looking? IWM, all right, showing a little bit of strength there. What else is moving? What else is moving? SPY, Tesla, Twitter. What else should we be checking? All right, my watch list. All right, so we have AMD at 107. I thought on the breakout of 110 we'd see more strength, but I'm more than happy to be invested. I bought some AMD on public when I opened my account. Nvidia, we have earnings, I believe, tomorrow. Why does it not? I thought there was going to be some sort of drop down. Palantir, 24.41. How is SPRT doing? $7.63. Definitely want to see that above 9, above 10. I want some excitement in there. But in the meantime, we see that Robinhood is ripping, 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 folks. These glasses aren't going to cut it today. No, sirree, Bob. Our future is just a little bit too bright. A little bit too bright. I'm seeing a lot of green. A lot of green. Hang on. Folks, we're feeling all sorts. Do I want to put this on? Yeah, I do. Obviously, I do. We're feeling all sorts of froggy. We're feeling all sorts of froggy today. All I'm seeing is green, and the stock is just hopping higher and higher and higher. Feeling froggy. What a good day to be an ape. What a good day to be an ape. Let's keep it cruising, cruising, cruising. Let me check in on the Ortex numbers really quick just to see what's going on here. It is interesting. I guess not much has changed, but the net borrow was 1.28 million. They borrowed 2.11 million. Short interest just south of 19%. AMC just clocked in at a blazing fast speed of 37.60. We haven't seen that in a while. We have not seen that in a while. The next stop at this point, like I said, we're watching 38. Here, I'll put up the target. Let me do this. 38. Where are you? Next target. Next target. Next target. All right. Robinhood, kind of flat, kind of boring. If it keeps trading sideways, I'll probably take it off the screen for the day. If it's not doing much, we want to watch the movers. The movers, the groovers. What else do we have? How's the SPY doing? Moving, moving, moving. All right. Interesting. SPY maybe showing a bit of weakness right now. Could be showing. Did you ever get back to Tasty Trade? They would give you a platform to reach more potential apes. I haven't heard anything from them. I mean, I love the team over at Tasty Trade. They're the reason why I know about options. But I don't. I guess I must have missed it. I'll talk to my team about it, but I don't think I got like any email or correspondence from them. I would love to talk to the Tasty Trade team. Thoughts on Overstock stock recall? They are ripping today. I have Overstock. I have not heard anything about Overstock. OSTK. OSTK is up 3.89%. How does it look on a bigger time frame? OSTK. So on an intraday, it's okay. On the daily, though, you're going to want to see it get above basically 75 and maybe reverse this trend because it has gotten beaten down from 102.75. So it might be the start of the trend for sure. I will be listening to nothing but Green Day. Shout out, Carl. Morning, apes. Morning, Coach Ding Dong. Let's all say our morning manifestations. Sit up straight and hydrate. Love always. Assistant Coach Kinky. Assistant Coach Kinky. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. What is the internet? What is the internet? They just let you do anything here these days. All right, let me drop to the 3-minute on these guys. Robinhood not looking the best, but that's what happens when you have Sarly Charlie, Mr. Fake Pulitzer nomination, just pumping it up. The pump, the pump, the pump, the pump. All right, let's see. It looks like AMC previously around 941 this morning was rejected at 3680, but now it looks like it's finding support there. So let's see if it holds. I mean, we're there now. I'm just kind of throwing out some live technicals of what I would be watching. I see a rejection, rejection, rejection. Maybe it'll be some support. The technicals are probably a bit hot. I wouldn't be surprised. We see IWM with a bit of weakness right now, so maybe it's kind of relating to that. But if we can make a nice base here and start to get above 37.25, I'd be eyeing up 38. And hey, that might be starting right now because as you all know, we are looking a bit froggy today. A bit froggy. Matt, I have covered calls expiring at 50, 52, 55. I'm about even on my position. Do you think I risk getting my shares called for me? I mean, Ben, what you could do is just kind of wait and see if you're actually going to go. I mean, Ben, if I were you, I guess the way I played is I'm going to make my decision when it's, if you have covered calls, I mean, we're still what, $13 away from your lowest one. I don't know your expiration date, but if you're talking about this Friday's expiration, I would still wait. Like what you're asking yourself, I might care more about that around 45, 47, something like that. But for now, I mean, cross that bridge when you come to it type of a deal. I had messaged Tony on Twitter that you'd get back to him. I will tag you in another tweet. You can DM him there. Okay. I mean, I guess I could just DM them. Yeah, I must have missed. I mean, I miss a lot of tweets and that stuff. It's just, I guess, part of the Twitter sphere. You're not going to catch everything, but I would love to talk to those guys. They were some of my original teachers at Tasty Trade. We have been green since my fellow ape Jose from Texas came to visit New Jersey. Also, shout out to DTO Astro and his family. We love you, man. Get well soon. Shout out to John. Can we pull up SESN. I mean, I could throw that up, yeah, but we know that they didn't get the FDA approval for their bladder cancer treatment. So it looks like we're seeing some sort of reversion. But remember that this stock was previously annihilated. So if you're in it, you're looking for it to break above $2.15 and maybe some sort of gap fill in here. But the reason it gapped down, it wasn't because it was absurdly shorted. It was because it didn't get FDA approval. And inherently, the value of the company was a lot less when you don't have drug approval, that I believe a lot of people were assuming it would get that approval. So that's what's going on here. I mean, for me, it's a no trade. I'm not going to be putting money into a company that literally didn't get its approval. I would rather be like, oh, okay, like I want to see some sort of uptrend after some positive news. Put on the previous design with the bars above each chart. The bars above each chart. This isn't a design. This is like Webull, like one of the versions of the Webull app. This is a newer version. The one I have on my other computer is an older one that I don't even think you can like really download anymore. That's the dealio. I don't know what you necessarily mean though. The bars above the chart. My brain is not firing at that particular capacity this morning of whatever that means. All right, we are good. We are good, good, good. All right, so SESN, it's showing some intraday strength. Once again, I would watch 2, and I would really watch 215 on that, but I'm not overly interested in this particular play. Roblox had its earnings, and obviously the market did not react too kindly to it. It's trading at 75, but for me, I did buy some Roblox, but it is a longer-term investment. Neato, brother. Shout out, not a hedge fund. Steve S. Pattern, zoom out to the 1 hour on AMC. Gladly. Let's see what's going on. Well, let's do the 2 hour. I think we'll see a better. Let me get rid of these for now on this. So this is the 2 hour. It's kind of more of this. We do have some sort of double bottom, not really double bottom, but I guess close enough. A double bottom off of 30. We came down, we see one hit, we come back up, we saw 38. This was when Adam Aaron and the CFO, I believe his name is Sean Goodman, was talking, and then we came back down to 30, and now we're coming back up. So really what I want to see is a breakout of 38.24. That was the high in the extended hour session. And then right after that, we have 39, which would be this trend line breakout. So really between 38 and 25 and all the way up to 42, we have quite a bit of action going on AMC. And if we get on the north side of all of that junk, that's going to be looking very, very, very good for us. So I should move this up. It's the 38 is obviously important, but 38.25 is the one where like, okay, we are having a very nice continuation on whatever the momentum is that we have going. All right, so we did there. Shout out Steve S. Shout out, shout out. This is actually getting itchy in the moment. Here, let's stand up. Let's stand up for AMC, folks. Let's do this. We're moving, we're grooving. We're moving, we're grooving. There we are, there we are. Oh, I can already feel my posture just fix. I think I need to tighten that. Feels good. I felt my entire back just like crack there. All right, what's happening? AMC is at 36.60 right now, which actually means that it is up what on the day? It is up 2.3%. So AMC in the green, GME in the green, trading at 164.70. Robinhood saved itself at 47.75. Roblox trying to bounce back around. How is Nvidia doing right now? Nvidia, a little bit of a sell-off before their earnings. How's Tesla doing? Tesla, whoa. Whoa there, Tesla. Whoa, 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 whoa there, Scooter. When you get a chance, Tesla and Spirit, do you just want them up, or what do you want me to do with that? All right. Tesla looks a bit red. I could do a bigger time frame on Tesla just to see where some of the support would be. It's actually at support right now, 660, and it is severely oversold at this moment. So Tesla at previous resistance might now act as support. RSI super beaten down. And below that, you have a bit more at between 650 and 655. So Tesla in the region of support. At this point, I mean, in my longer term account, I do have a Tesla position. I'm not like actively trading it right now, but if I were to actively trade it, I would look for a bit more of a reversion play than anything else. How is the overall market looking? S&P 500 looking a bit weak right now. AMC, GME trying to put in some sort of bounce. We saw some green, some buyers stepping in. All right, what do we have here? Skipped frames. So I'm seeing some skipped frames, whatever that means. I wonder if that's the bitrate issue or the key frame interval issue. I'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure that one out. But AMC, let's get this magnet. Is this why it's not moving right now? We don't have the magnet where it's supposed to be. It's my fault. It's my fault. All right, let's redraw this magnet. All right, we'll put the cat back in the rocket ship. I don't know. I wish I had more specific control over this. All right, I think we're looking good. Of course, as soon as we fix the magnet, the stock moved. Folks, a lot of people are going to be like, no way does a magnet and a rocket ship and some weird cat thing influence a stock. But then ask yourself, why as soon as I fix the magnet does the stock turn around? What happens if I make it bigger? Like, ask yourself that. Like, I don't know, maybe correlation doesn't equal causation, or maybe the variable of what's going on is it's my fault, and I've been slacking on my charting, and that's the reason AMC hasn't been at the level that we want it to be at. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe all these people who are like, Matt's a shill, maybe he's not an ape, maybe accidentally they're right. That could be a possibility. Me knowing about the power of emoji charting, I should have been more serious. I should have taken it more seriously, and that's my fault. I'm sorry, but hey, it's water under the bridge. I can't fix the past now. All I can do is moving forward is show you more about these magnets and these rockets and various other emojis on my chart. What did someone just say? I studied nuclear science. Love my classes. Then put the magnet at 44 million. No, the magnet just brings it up. You don't put the magnet at a certain value. That's not how the magnet works. The magnet is very dynamic throughout the day, and it's going to drag it with it. Like, you're always, that's the better charting I've seen with it. You don't put it at the level you want it at. You need to be very specific and drag it with it throughout the day. Triple magnet. I don't know if they're ready for the triple magnet. S&P 500 looking a bit weak. I wonder if it's going to base off of 443, the lower 443s. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. What am I looking for over here? Where is it? Robinhood at 48. All right, here we go. AMC perking up. Very much need to charge this computer. There we go. It should be charging. There we go. Hey, a battery that actually charges when I'm streaming. Who would have thought of it? What will Tim Cook come up with next? A Mac that can charge and stream? Well, I have never. All right, AMC, gearing back up. All right. I do have this, but I kind of want to move it up just so I know for myself. This is the interesting breakout level. 38.24. That was the high of the post-market session during the earnings announcement of Monday of last week. Above that, we have a new official higher high, and it could be indicative of a larger trend change. We went from bullish in May all the way up to the start of June, then a little bit neutral, then bearish, and we might be finally swinging back around to developing some very serious and notable momentum. Hence why I think I called today like momentum day. Like, I mean, we're seeing that follow through on the MACD. I'm pretty excited. Right now, AMC running into this wall at 37, but let's see how it reacts to that. Shout out, shout out. Oh, quick reminder, if you haven't already, I would be very appreciative if you could drop that like button. If you want to be a member of the Moon Gang, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. So whether you're right now watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Rumble, if you're watching on OnlyFans, whatever you're doing, drop the equivalent of a like, drop the equivalent of a sub. If you want to be a part of the community, that type of engagement, it does help in the algorithm of all these websites, promote it to more and more people, and it's completely free. It was Coach Ding Ding, like the morning bell. I would never call you Ding Dong unless it was some play to get Kinky Kong or Donkey Kong. I have 100. Oops. I have 100 shares on the 50 with a $50 average. Also have a 30-40 debit spread. If it hits that 40 and gets called, will it cancel out my 30 strike option or take my shares? No. It won't take your shares. You have a debit spread, not a covered call. So you're not going to lose your shares on that because you have the spread. A spread in your scenario, the way you have it, at least the way I'm interpreting your debit spread, you wouldn't be at risk of losing your shares. Don Vito. Hey, Matt, not asking for financial advice, but to your understanding, did Webull halt trades during the squeeze on June 1st? I will be transferring into another unbiased party app. Wait, no, you're thinking about this wrong. When there's a volatility halt, the brokerage does not decide. Webull does not decide. Robinhood does not decide. E-Trade, Fidelity, Public, none of them decide. If there's a volatility halt, no one is trading at any brokerage in the entire world. So were there halts in early June? Yes, but there were halts on every brokerage. The brokerage does not decide when there's a volatility halt. That's a big misunderstanding. People think that Webull and Robinhood and people like them somehow decide when there's a volatility halt. That is just, it's simply not true. But with that being said, this is Webull. I like it for its charting. I like TradingView for its charting, but my future trades are being executed on Public. That's what's pinned to the top of chat right now. If you're in the US, I highly recommend you get on Public. You get free trading. You can get up to $70 of free stock. But what's better is there's no payment for order flow, and they send all of their orders to lit exchanges. We are taking the information away from market makers, away from Citadel Securities, away from Virtu. I would highly, highly recommend you check out Public. Free trading, free stock, no payment for order flow. And best of all, they are not sending their orders to market makers. They are staying on a lit exchange. So with it, I see if you like Webull, we'll use it for its charting, and you keep your shares there. You don't have to trade. You don't have to transfer. Payment for order flow. If you already did the trade, it's already water under the bridge. You don't have to transfer, but it's completely fine to have multiple accounts. So for your future stock trades, Public does not have options trading, but for your future stock trades, if you want to do it in a manner that I guess is more supportive of Ape Nation, I would highly recommend checking out Public. I got on Public and got Tesla for free. Shout out, Robert. Shout out, Calvin. Can you put a magnet on my wife's mood? Calm down and take 2 seats. Just isn't cutting it anymore. The devil, you know, you're definitely going to need some magnets. Ivan, what's going on, man? Shout out, Ivan. So some people are saying lag, but then other people are saying it's fine. You just might want to make sure that the quality is at the appropriate level. Maybe do a quick refresh. But I'm getting some mixed information about the quality. And let me double check because it's showing me that I'm not seeing any issues on mine. All right, we'll have to do a different setup for the afternoon and just see if that helps. After watching for a bit, it seems to be learning more towards an encoder setting, keyframes, B-frames, compression, and it happens when there's more activity on your main screen, like when you had the people page up. Oh, okay. So if I keep it interesting. Okay. Shout out the other Matt. So it sounds like I need to change I need to drop the bit rate a little bit, and then I need to kind of mess with the keyframes. I noticed the stock bounces off of and gets rejected by the VWAP line. It just happened to AMC 10 minutes ago. Is that common technical? Yeah, so VWAP can commonly act as support and resistance. That is very much a thing that people pay attention to. Just so another ape isn't at risk, whoever had a debit spread, call your broker. Having a pin leg in any spread can be a huge risk, a $10 spread. Pinned leg. Well, if you cut one of the parts of it, but if you're keeping the entire spread, your risk and your reward will be limited. That's the point of trading a spread. But if you cut one of the legs of the spread, you literally, I'm a toaster, you are very much right. It might, depending on which one you cut, you might be leaving yourself open with a risk that you didn't intend to have open. So good call out. I would need a little bit more information on the debit spread, but on a debit spread, basically it's like buying a call and looking for it to go up, or buying a put and looking for it to go down, but then you sell something on the other side of that to help limit your risk, and it also ends up limiting your reward. French house, that's the future. NFA use public, but ask them about share lending. Well, you could turn off your share lending. They have like an automated system where you can turn it off if you don't want your shares lent out. What are your thoughts on Tradestation? So I use Tradestation for my futures trading, and I like it for that. And the reason I do that is just for the algorithm part of it. They have their own internal language that you could code in, but I do not use Tradestation for options or stocks. I just use it for futures. But look at this. AMC is looking good. I want to see 38.24, 38.25. Obviously, there might be some sort of reaction to 38 if there's day traders or something who are like, oh, I would love that as a profit target. But for me, this is a major breakout level, and it might be an official confirmation of that double bottom and an official switch from a bear trend to a bull trend. But with it, it's still, this is important and it's good, and I don't want to take away the importance of that. But above 42 is exciting, and above 46, I'm going to lose my mind. If we get above 46 on volume and close above it and we see some momentum, that to me, the 46 level is kind of previously equivalent to what we saw in mid-May around 1450. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but above 46, some nice follow through at 46 on some decent volume. I'm not talking we just go above it and then we're like, oh, okay, good. No, you have to be above it. The market has to accept it. You want to trade some good volume at or above that price level, and you also want to kind of close above it as well. In that scenario, good volume, closing above 46, it's gonna get exciting. We're gonna be gearing up for, I guess technically what, big round 3, round 1 in January, round 2 in June, hopefully round 3 in August. You have to contact customer support to turn it off. Yeah, but their customer support, you could do it through an automated, like it's like this automated text thing. That's how I did it. I didn't have to like talk to a human. Or I'm assuming you could also talk to a human, but I had this like chat interface. All right, we need the magnet. People are demanding. They're demanding the magnet. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And just so you know, the levels I have laid out here are for more of a larger time frame. The yellow lines are a bit more for the daily time frame. So really, we're still watching 38 here. I'll mark it on this one. Where are we at? Where is it? $38, roughly. A little bit higher than this, but you guys get the idea. You people get the idea. There we go. There we go. AMC is looking a bit froggy. What can I say? We're just hopping along. Hopping along. All right, come on. The intraday high for AMC is 37.60. We're currently trading at 37.16, but it's kind of gearing up. You can feel the momentum. So that's exciting. S&P 500 definitely bouncing, obviously bouncing. That's kind of interesting. Is IWM bouncing? IWM, all right, also making its move upward. That was Hood doing. Hood looking weak. Just so you know, I am invested in Tesla in my long-term portfolio, so I'm long on that. I'm in AMC. I currently have shares and call options. I have GME shares, and then I own puts against Robinhood. I'd like to remind everyone, just so I'm trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. All right, we're gearing up on AMC. Gearing up. Someone asked, why is the volume so low? Is it low? We're at 23 million and we're 45 minutes into the day. We've kind of seen this before where it's that hockey stick growth where it goes bigger. This could very much be the start of it. The volume I have an issue with is GMEs. That's a little bit light, 282,000, but that's another thing that just could return out of nowhere. So right now, I mean, I think I don't know. I'm very happy with how all the charts and everything are playing out right now. Whoa. I did not want that to happen. All right, IWM. Hood. All right, there we go. We are set up. Robinhood looking weak. Weak. Look for the breakdown of 47. Below 47, I would be then looking at the high 45s. I love a day where GME's green, AMC's green, and Robinhood's red. What a day to be an ape. What a day to be an ape, folks. I've learned a lot of watching your channel this year. I grabbed some AMC September 10, 30 call near the bottom on the 11th and cannot be more excited. Alan, crushing it. Congratulations. Can I trade with a Canadian IP on public? I use Wealthsimple, but I want a free stock. I believe it's only for US. Like when you do your KYC, you're going to have a US residency. So you might not, but if anyone in Canada has been able to get public to work, let me know, but I do believe it is for U.S. residents as of now. I would love for them to try to expand to our friends in the north. All right, looks like we're getting some sort of potential weird cup and handle setup on AMC. We have the cup basically up to 37.40. Maybe a handle, and let's see if this starts to revert, pull another U-turn. As long as we're staying above this, like the cup and handle, I guess technical scenario, technical structure would still be a setup. So I'd love to see this follow through. Love to see this follow through. I started transfer to Robinhood to Fidelity night, and it was completed Monday evening. Okay, sweet. Remember, you don't have to necessarily transfer. It's the whole payment for order flow thing is about your future trades. But for people who are going to Fidelity alone is not good enough. Fidelity, even though they don't do payment for order flow, if you're not actively picking your own trades, like where they're going to get routed to, most of their orders still get sent to Citadel. So you have to do the active trader pro thing and actively go out of your way and pick the route to some sort of lit exchange, which with that, like that's possible. And if you're doing that, Fidelity, I have a Fidelity account. I have no issues with Fidelity. I'm just letting you know what you have to do. But if you want it just to be easier where you're like, hang on, I don't want to care about this routing, it is easier just to go right on public and then buy like that. How are you from New York City? I'm not from New York City. I'm from Northeast PA. I used to live in Brooklyn when the pandemic hit, but I am not a New York City-er. That is not in my blood. I liked it. I like Brooklyn. I like hanging out in Dumbo. I like hanging out in Williamsburg. A little overpriced for my liking, but it was still fun. There's so much to do there. There's also a ton to do, though, in Philly. Like a ton to do in Philly. Finally, above my POS, thank you, brother, for having a hand in keeping me level-headed. Your knowledge of the market has helped me keep my diamond hands. Use the money for the next donations. Will do, Michael. Shout out. Do you think I should buy to close the 40 strike? I'm selling against the 30 strike call. The 40 expires Friday, and my 30 strike expires. Don Vito, do you think I should buy to close the 40 strike, and I'm selling against my 30? So you have a 30-40 setup. So you bought the 30 and sold the 40. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I see what you're saying. So you're saying let the 30 call that you're long on run and close the 40 call that you're short on. I think that's reasonable, especially with the momentum we're seeing. I don't know, like maybe it doesn't, but I'm feeling very good about AMC right now personally. Today feels like a bell-to-bell stream. Please stay. I have to do a podcast at noon. I could go a little extra for sure, but I didn't know if anyone wanted me to go extra this morning because I know it's a bit choppy. What I could do is maybe start the afternoon stream earlier, but as things start ripping again, we could definitely do some sort of bell-to-bell. But today I do have a podcast I have to hop onto midday. Look at the beautiful George W. right there, AMC. Shout out Vegan Ape, shout out Kyle, shout out Michael, shout out. Lockheed is up 250, Raytheon and Boeing are up 2. Seth, yeah, makes a lot of sense as we're seeing political movement. All right, it looks like we are actually getting this fall through on the cup and handle. We have a cup, we have a handle. It's probably easier to see on the 1 minute, but it's a cup and handle nonetheless. AMC is looking a bit froggy, folks. Looking a bit froggy. Let's zoom in. Why can't I zoom in more? There we go. Zoom in. Robinhood looking weak. Watch 47 coming up to its first resistance here shortly. Yesterday, we were talking about breaking out of the downtrend line on the 1 day. What number did you say we'd be looking for to make a clean break? The clean break today, because remember, it is a downtrend line, so it's going to be changing every day. Right now, it's right around 39, but we also have pretty serious resistance from 39 up to 42. So you could talk about the trend line break at 39, but there's a region of resistance at like the peak of it is at 42. So I'm looking to clear that $3 segment. Trendline break at 39, region of resistance break at 42. From there, from 42, here's the game plan. 42, I would feel very, very confident about 46. Above 46, that's a big, big breakout, and I would feel confident about testing 50. And then above 50, I think that's where we could start to see some of these shorts really start to panic. Fun game. What price do you think AMC and Hood cross pass? Can we play? We can wave as we go by. I love Gary. I love when your head is out. All right, folks, in a comment, let me know where you think AMC and Robinhood will cross pass, and we can just wave as we're going by. Boom, candle. There we go. Boom goes the dynamite. We are looking froggy on AMC. I'm telling you, watch 38.25. Next stop, the train. The train's going, folks. But I love this, Gary. I love where your head's at. Where will AMC and Robinhood cross paths? Justin, yeah, we'll check Ortex. Matt, Robinhood only lets you take out 50K a day. What's the game plan to take out all the money before we hear excuses? Also, shameless plug to my channel under the same name, New York Shoe Shine Spots. You're my hero. Let's go apes. Chris's New York Shoe Shine. I don't want to be on Robinhood. I don't trust Robinhood. I'm shorting Robinhood, as in I have a long put position. I'm not actively shorting it, but I have a net short position on Robinhood. With it right now, if you start your transfer today, I mean, I can't guarantee this, but I strongly believe you're going to be A-okay. If you want a Webull account, you can transfer your shares there, and you could transfer them to public. All of these, like, there's other better opportunities, and if you want some bonus, like some free stock associated with it, check out the links in the description. But Webull public, right now, I think it's best for people to do their future buying on public, or you could look at something like Fidelity or E-Trade or Interactive Brokers, the pro versions that let you route your own orders. At what price do we need for FOMO to start? I mean, you never know when FOMO is going to start. I think we're going to see a lot of FOMO when we break above $50, though. Just that's such a key psychological level. People will see it reverting back up, and they're like, well, what if this runs back up to the previous high of 72? They're going to see a nice $22 gain with probably not that high of a risk. But that's just my conjecture. You never know, because that's just predicting crowd psychology. FOMO buying, it is a form of chasing, and I'm not really I think I've been very, I guess, obvious that, like, I don't think chasing is good. I'm not saying that. Will there be FOMO buyers? Yeah. If you're a FOMO buyer, depending on when you FOMO buy, could that lead to you being a bag holder? Yes. That's why you want to create your positions on weakness as close to support as possible. You do not want to chase runners. So I'm saying that to our community here, because there's almost 20,000 of you listening. And whether it's AMC, GME, or any other stock, do not chase runners. That's what leads to being a bag holder. You want to create your positions in the most optimal risk to reward scenario possible, which commonly means creating your positions on weakness as at legitimate, realistic support. Can you make money chasing? Yeah. Sometimes you're like, you chase it and it keeps running and you make money. But if you use that as your methodology time and time again, one time you're going to get seriously burned and blow up your account. Need more social media tweets, posts, get this trending. All right, I will tweet something. What should it be today? Froggy AMC. All right, I'm tweeting out Froggy AMC. And hey, GME's looking good too. GME almost hit resistance at 168. Above 168, I would then be watching 175. Really the region of 174 to 176. SPRT is also moving today. SPRT. All right. Getting above 820. I would love to see a continuation in this. I am long on SPRT. Need more social media. All right, Dylan, shout out. Shout out Chris's New York Shoe Shine. Shout out Christina. Thank you for reminding me of SPRT. Chris, what's going on? Good questions. Good questions. Everyone's having a jolly good day. Good week. Good week to be a streamer. Good week to be an ape. It's always good to be an ape, though. Why would you not want to be? Let's do a quick Ortex check. Let's realign these magnets. Doing it how we should. There we go. Good there. We get the magnet. We need to have... I'm trying to think of the best way to do this with magnets so we get that breakout today. I don't know. Thus far, I mean, if it's working, it's working. You know, I don't want to change something that's like, why change it mid-game right now when the white magnet, the big white magnet, it's working. Look at this. As soon as we ever really start talking about the magnet, it starts trading higher. I'm almost afraid to go off the screen right now because it's just whatever. It's the mojo we have going for the day. Good morning, Matt. What would your advice be to someone starting with only $100 cash account? Brian, my suggestion would be slow and steady wins the race. It's honestly even better to start with a paper account. Just learn the mechanisms of what you're looking for, placing orders, creating positions, getting out of positions. You could start with a paper account and not risk anything just so you feel more comfortable. The market's not going anywhere. So if you take an extra week, month, half a year, entire year to feel more comfortable, that's perfectly fine. It's not going anywhere. Not going to go anywhere. All right, how are these other ones doing right now? SPRT hanging out at 815. AMC, it's looking so good. The current high is 37.75. Looking good, looking good. Happy to see AMC up today. Also, is there any specific reason why Nvidia is down right before ER? People are probably just kind of nervous. Remember, when you're going into an earnings report, earnings announcement, it's the flip of a coin. Either it's going to beat expectations or it's not going to beat expectations. But that just, it is how it is. I've never seen any strong correlation between an uptrend and or downtrend right before earnings and them being right. I've seen downtrends, but then it gaps up. I've seen uptrends, then it gaps down. I've seen it the other way where they're right. It trends up and then it gaps up even more. But there's no consistent pattern there because they don't know, because that would be insider trading then. Good morning, Matt. Well, all right, we did that. Need more social media. Shout out, shout out. Here we go. AMC is about to rip. Let's see this test of 37.75. So oddly enough, even though I got some of those calls, what? I don't know. I guess I just got it at a bad volatility time. All right, now I'm finally positive. Finally. Let's do this thing. AMC, higher, higher. Ooh, ding, ding, ding. New high. Put on your new high smile. Your new high smile. We're going 37.80. Come on. Let's keep it going, folks. Let's keep it going. If you could do me a favor to bring more people in here, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're watching on Rumble, if you could hit that like button, bring it in here. And then don't forget, if you want to be a member of the Moon Gang, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. So on Streamlabs, apparently there's a way to see your new subscribers as they're coming in, but my most recent one was from 3 hours ago. So I don't know how to make it up to date in real time so I could read it as like my mini feed on Streamlabs is not doing what I want it to do. Oh, thank you for destroying that like button. You guys just exploded it almost to 6,000. All right, AMC's coming up to a key psychological level at 38, but once again, we are watching 38.24. Very, very noteworthy and important. Why is it noteworthy and important? I'm so happy you asked. This is exactly why it's noteworthy and important. It is, hang on, let me get rid of these. So embarrassing. I never clean up after myself. Right here, August 10th, the high, the day of earnings, 38.24 was this high. We're seeing this W. Let me zoom in here and make it a bit more obvious. We're basically just seeing a giant W, but above this, that's an official breakout. And depending on when this does or doesn't happening, we're watching basically 39 and we're above this particular trend line, but we know we have some resistance here. So this is the region. Let me... Hey, come on. Come on. There we go. Let's make it red. So we all know it's the region of resistance. The resistance. All right. This is what we're watching. We're looking for AMC to get right in here. It'll probably have to take a breather. I want you guys to all be mentally prepared for that because the RSI is high. Well, this is to me a perfect scenario. This is how, if I could write the script of what happens over today, tomorrow, I would love a push up to 42. The RSI will be super overextended. Then what I would like to see is it come back down and reaffirm 40, give the RSI some time to breathe and get it neutral. We bounce off of 40, and then from there, rip right up to 46 and kind of just wash, rinse, repeat. We shoot all the way up, break through resistance, take a breather, reaffirm that resistance as support, and then run up to the next leg. So if I could write the story of how this plays out today, tomorrow, I want to see 42, comes back down, reaffirms 40, RSI takes time to breathe, then we rip right to 46 from there. If I could write the script on this particular play. Hey Matt, check your Twitter DMs when you get a chance. Made a 12-second video edit that I'm real proud of. Took some serious ape brain power to figure it out. Nick, I'm excited to check that out. Oh, shout out to Dylan. Dylan, becoming an astronaut. I appreciate you joining up, becoming a member. Dylan Wadhams. I don't know how to say your last name, but shout out to Dylan. I appreciate you. AMC is already approaching 31 million in volume today. It's only 1 hour market open. Could shorts be covering as we speak? It's possible. We're going to have a better estimation of it. But remember, with the short interest at around 100 million that we know of, the legal legitimate, if they did, it would be a small portion, a small minority. Hello? Hey, do you guys want to meet someone fun? Hey, come here. This guy's name is Franklin. Franklin is a cat dog. He reminds me of a cat dog. Say hello, Franklin. Hello? Hello? Da, 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 da. Franklin's a little nervous. He's a little stage fright, but he'll be our good luck charm. Just, what's going on, Franklin? What's going on, Franklin? Not too talkative today. I thought he was going to hit you guys with some good jokes, but he, I guess, like didn't really want to talk. But bye. Oh, wait. What's going on? What's going on? I don't know. He's just Franklin. Everyone's freaking out. What's going on? What are you doing? Just doing dog cat stuff. Just doing some dog cat stuff. Hey Mario, the special box for your very real girlfriend went out yesterday, and Peridot and some other extras. Fire Soul Grace Heart jewelry. Shout out to the artsy cart. Fire Soul Grace Heart jewelry. Can we keep Franklin? He's just, I don't know, he's just kind of doing some stuff. He's his own person. I let him, you know, he's just his own personality. Treats for Franklin. All right, well, he's already gone now. I'll have to bring like his little dog bed down here so he hangs out with us a bit more, but he's already into the wind. He's kind of like a cowboy, you know. He's a good guy, but he's going to do his own thing, you know. Very strong personality. Sometimes he just rides off into the sunset doing Franklin things. It's not really like a owner-pet relationship. It's just more of a relation, or like a roommate relationship. He lives his own life. Franklin jumped AMC. Shout out Matt's left sweaty sock. Gets super weird. All right, AMC, here we go. Get ready for the break. We hit 38.19, and this is, people are going to be watching this level because they see it as the last relative high. All right, SPRT coming back. How is SPY doing? There we go. We're looking good on AMC. Let's make sure the magnets, we're getting right to this region of resistance, folks. Gear up. Gear up, Houston. Gear up, gear up, gear up. All right. Matt, watch the ask on the level 2 on Webull randomly spiking. I've seen it spike. Swear to God, not FUD. Well, just remember, with the level 2 on this, the order book, this is exclusively the New York Stock Exchange. This isn't every market. In fact, there's many other lit markets. This is just the level 2, and you get the idea of the bid and the ask, but it's exclusively from the NYSE, so it's not even close to the full picture. So it's nice to see where the buy and the sell walls are, but there could be bigger other buy and sell walls on ones that we just don't have, I guess, vision on at the moment. Right there, technical breakout on AMC. We're moving, we're moving, we're moving. We're moving, we're grooving, we're moving. You see the banana ducks in your DM from CW. I did not. I'll have to check that out. Dude, can you check or text so the guy stops spamming in chat? Thanks, babe. Yeah. All right, I'll check it real quick. Just folks, if you want Ortex, you can get a free trial. It's in the description. If you just go to that Ortex, if I'm doing it too slowly, but it hasn't changed since this morning. 2.31 million borrowed, short interest of 19%, just below 19%. But AMC is moving, moving, moving. Can you play Boom Boom Candles in the background? Yes. AJ becoming an astronaut. I appreciate you joining up, AJ. I appreciate you a lot. Shout out, shout out. What's going on, everyone in Rumble? Ooh, the Rumble one is looking a bit... Some frames are being dropped. Some frames are being dropped. It does seem to be when I switch screen that there's more frame drop issues. So maybe it's best because I don't want you guys to miss AMC going like orbital. Oh, this is cool. So everyone, just so you know, Patrick from Artisan Builds here, just reaching out to let you know that your PC build is going to begin in a few moments on Twitch, twitch.tv/artisanbuilds. Let's take a quick peek on my computer being built. Artisan Builds. If you guys could do me a favor, I think that this would be fun. If you happen to have a Twitch, what is this one? Builder, is this mine? No, that's not mine. All right, I'm waiting for mine to go. The build in process. Oh, they're doing a lot. I think it would be funny if you guys have a Twitch. So my computer is currently being built. This is the channel, Artisan Builds. If we could just do some duck. Okay, got it. Duck. If we could just drop a bunch of ducks in here, that'd be awesome. Yes, I want to log in. Hang on. Now I need to do this off screen. Shoot. I don't know. Of course, two-factor authentication. I get it. It's more secure. Where is my Twitch? Let's remember this. Submit. All right, I think I'm in now. Moon Gang. Let's just blow it up as they're making the computer. This will be hilarious. But Artisan Builds, it's cool. I like supporting them because they're not a big conglomerate of a PC builder. They do have awesome stuff. And is this one mine? I think this is mine right here. i9, 64 gig. Oh, we're hitting a Moon Gang. Shout out. Yeah, we could come back to this and just see how it's going in a bit. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick looks like a real straight shooter. Kraken. We're getting the Kraken. Shout out to Trey. They know what's good. As AMC's ripping, just what a good day. Franklin, come here. Franklin does whatever he wants, folks. I can't control Franklin. If I want to show him about a computer being built, Franklin just doesn't care. Franklin, let's talk about it. Franklin, come here, dude. Franklin. Nah, he's just doing his own thing. I don't know. Maybe he's doing his taxes or something today. He's a busy guy. He's a very, very busy person. Very busy. All right, AMC, you know who else is busy? AMC making this rip up to 39. Let's go. AMC making those moves. Up 8.3%. Let's do this, AMC. Come on. Come on. Keep moving. Keep moving, AMC. Let's do it. All right. AMC just hit 38.77, so we're what, 23 cents away from our next target. This one is where it gets interesting because we're getting to the point of this trend line breakout, but still 42. This is our region of resistance. RSI is getting a little hot. Don't be surprised if we go into it and then it takes a bit of a breather. Don't be surprised if that happens. In fact, I would argue that's a bit healthy. I want to go up, kind of break it, scare some people, then let the RSI take a breather, as in coming back down, reaffirming a resistance as support. We bounce off of that and then rip to the next leg higher. But we are very much at this trend line test. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Crank the tank. How many times was GME halted on its rise? I mean, it depends on the day you're talking about, but I mean, some of the days were like 5 or 6 times, but it happens on the rise and the fall. It's just a certain percentage move within a certain amount of time triggers a volatility halt. The brokerages do not decide this. The markets, like the actual stock market, stops these trades when there's various reasons to get halted, but it's not a brokerage halt. Check John Wallstrom, stay the course AMC for tweet. AMC tweet from yesterday. Vanguard replied to it. Great job, Apes. We absolutely just made Artisan's Day. He was so excited. This is Sparta. All right. How is it going on with our buddies over here? You have limited time to earn exclusive emotes. Gang. Elliot. Let's see if Elliot owns. Elliot, do you own AMC? I have to wait. I have to wait. Elliot might own some AMC. This looks like a guy who could be in AMC. You can chat in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elliot, do you own AMC? Let me know if Elliot responds to that. He seems like a guy who could be in AMC. All right, so we were about, what, 23 cents shy of our target, getting rejected almost exact. Like, look at this. Look at this trend line. It almost perfectly hit this trend line. The high of 38.78. Why is one saying 77 and the other one saying 78? That's a bit weird. But anyway, perfect rejection at the trend line. That's kind of expected. We ran up to resistance. Let the RSI take a breather. In fact, let me show you what's going on with the RSI. If I know where this is, where is my, there we go, RSI. Yeah, we were cruising. That engine got a little bit too hot. Anything above 70 is considered to be overbought. I mean, right now we ran right up to resistance, and it just needs to take a breather. It's all good. People are saying the lag is, why is this happening? Okay, we're skipping some frames, but I think it should be fixed now. All right, we're skipping too many frames. The problem is it probably due to high CPU usage. Okay, high CPU usage. All right, I think I know how to fix that then for the afternoon. So I'm going to go, I wish I could change it. Preferences. The computer that they're building should be able to handle this easy peasy lemon squeezies. So I'm going to switch some of these, I guess, changes for the afternoon, and we'll be all good. We'll be all good. But this is moving beautifully. AMC's up 7% on the day. It's taking a breather, coming back. It's fighting back. I mean, good day. Good day. How is Hood looking? Robinhood. Double top rejection. Look at rejection. Once again, a rejection at 48.30. I'd be watching somewhere between 47 and 47.25. See how it actually reacts to that. GME, it broke above its resistance at 168. If it can hold above 168, I would say that the next stop is feasibly the region between 174 and 176. Damn it, Matt. It can take a breather after it hits 1 million a share. I mean, if we do it, I mean, you don't have to take a breather. I guess when I'm talking about that, this is how things normally move. And honestly, this is starting to be, when we've seen AMC on its rise up, this is how it commonly moved. It would run up, it would break, and then it would come back down right below the level that it actually broke above, and then it would kind of base sideways for a little bit, and then it would run again. This is very much the pattern of how AMC has moved over the past 6 months when it was in a nice bullish trend. So I just want everyone to kind of be prepared for like what is or isn't happening. All right, what are your thoughts on SPRT? SPRT, let me go to Ortex. I'll give you guys some updates on that. SPRT. SPRT, short interest of 66%, and it's a low float stock, and the utilization is 94. So it's a candidate for a squeeze. I'm in it. I do question if there's enough support in that community for that specific stock. There might be, hence why I have the position. But the short interest is considerable. Like I said, it's 66%. Can you play Wakanda Battlecry next breakout? Marvel, aka Disney, would be over me with DMCA copyright violations before we would even finish it. They would be at my door. Franklin would have to fight them. It would be a whole debacle. Here's $5 to buy Franklin Boy his favorite treat to kick it on stream. Franklin Fun, potential mascot. Well, he heard you. Franklin, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing, dude? Here, Franklin looks a little bit more. Franklin, watch out, dude. Watch out, little dude. Franklin, Franklin, Franklin. Franklin, Franklin, Franklin. Franklin. Franklin, Franklin, Franklin. All right, I think I geared this up right. Franklin, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, jump. I think you guys, can you see? Can you guys see Franklin? What's that? What's that? What's that, dude? Oh, what's that, dude? What's that, dude? I'll have to go down a little bit. Oh, he's too like small to. Franklin, you're too small for them to see you. You're too small, Franklin. You're too small. You're too small. All right, Franklin. All right, Franklin. We're professionals. Kelly Ripa would never do this. We are professionals. There's a lot of people seeing you right now, man. You got to chill. We talked about this. We talked about this, man. Just chill out. Just act like you've been here before. You're a professional. You're a professional, Franklin. All right. We need a bit more professionalism on this show. Here, let me do this over here. Franklin, this is AMC. This is GME in the top right, SPRTs on the bottom left, and then you have Robinhood over here. If you have any questions, let me know if you have any questions of what's going on, any options questions, stock questions, future questions, crypto questions. If you have anything, we have some level 2 over here. If you have a question, just let me know, man. Just let me know. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. All right, let me get to some of these questions. Over here, you have some of the live stream. This is called Streamlabs. Bud awfully quiet today. Yeah, I mean, that's how it definitely seems to work that way. Franklin versus any Marvel supervillain. Clearly, Franklin wins. $5 on Franklin. Can you please buy a beer on me? And my kid would love to see a quick TA on the G or text data on it too. All right, let me do some ZG stuff. ZG. ZG. Zillow Group. Zillow. Franklin, you got to watch your head, man. All right, Franklin. Zillow Group does not have a considerable short interest. It's around 1%. And then for technicals, let's open up ZG. Ooh, not good technicals. Looks like it wants to fall down to roughly 86. So I think there's a bit more downside on Zillow. 85, 86 would be interesting support, and below that you have 77, 78. But right now I would not be hopping onto it. It looks like it has some more downside. All right. Not to be dramatic, but I would die for Franklin. I'm just doing some dog sitting. I guess he's technically doing the sitting. Check out the fails to deliver on SPRT. Let me see that on SPRT. SPRT fails to deliver. Where are you? Failure to deliver. Whoa, big spike. Interesting. On SPRT. If you go to the 3-month, whoa. The FTDs on SPRT are very high running to the end of July. Baxter, what are you doing now? Baxter, stop. That's not yours. It's becoming a zoo over here. At one point, it was a zoo of apes, tigers, and ducks, and now it's just becoming an insane zoo. Baxter is eating. All right, Franklin, that's the mic. You got to talk to that mic. Baxter's over here. He wants in on the action. I need a different camera setup for these guys. One of the reasons why I love the ape community is we can all find time to give attention to a good thing. We just like the dog. Oh, Baxter. Now Baxter's getting jealous. He wants to sit. What's going on, dude? What's going on? What's your take on Lucid, just an ape station in Korea? So with Lucid, I do like it, but as a longer term play. Like I wouldn't actively trade Lucid at the moment. But I'm just bullish on the EV sector, and I would think it would be interesting to get in somewhere between 18 and 21 as a nice dip buy, but it might take some time, but I'm just so bullish, and this is a higher quality EV market play. And I think there's an appetite for that in the US. And I think Lucid Motors, which was through the SPAC deal with Churchill Capital, I think it'll be able to capitalize on it. I just don't think it'll be like all of a sudden, like in 1 month, sky high. I think this is more of like a longer term play. Can you ask Franklin what his opinion on Dogecoin, Matt? You have invested in Dogecoin for Franklin. One day Franklin may have more money than us. Do you know anything about Doge? No, I don't think so. No, he doesn't really seem to know much about Doge. All right, what other questions do we have? Don't fall, dude. Don't fall. Ligma, Brandon, what's going on, man? What's going on? All right, SPRT, how is the build looking over here right now? Just so we talked about this, I don't want anyone freaking out and be like, "Oh, it's falling, it's collapsing. Are you kidding me? It's crashing." No, we hit resistance and the RSI is taking a breather. This is expected. This is exactly why I warned you of it. Of when we hit resistance, expect this type of stuff because the RSI needs to take a breather. When the RSI is extremely overbought and then you run into a noteworthy multi-month resistance, yeah, this is the expectation that you should have. How's Artisan Build working? Elliot, shout out to Elliot. Oh, we're back to Patrick. Patrick's our guy. Patrick, crushing it. Ooh, I kind of like this setup. This, what's it called? Almost like a lazy Soon, the turntable thing. Very interesting. Well, shout out to Patrick. Seems like he's crushing it. That is Artisan Builds. Kind of a cool company. If you're looking for like a higher end PC, worthwhile to check out. I believe, hang on, I think there is some sort of discount code. If I can find it. I'll have to talk about it. I just want to make sure. I think if you just put Matt Kohrs in, you could get a discount on if you're looking for a PC. Check it out. Our site, buy Baxter. Buy Baxter. All right, let's do this with the RSI. All right, let's bring up Hood. Let's go to the 3 minute, the 3 minute, the 3 minute, the 3 minute. There we are. There we are. All right. Good boy, Franklin. Just chill for a second, man. All right, we did that. Franklin needs his own crypto coin. Need a break. Check Twitter for spread glitch on your break. Why doesn't Robinhood let me close my options on the way up and won't let me sell my options so I can't buy more shares? Why doesn't it let me close my options? And it won't let me sell my options so I can't buy more shares. Justin, something's going on there. They should be able. So I think you might be executing it improperly, or maybe you're violating PDT, but something else has to be going on. They wouldn't just stop you from selling your options. Were there any FTDs in AMC through the end of July? Yeah, at the end of July, it ended on July 30th around 160,000, which is still obviously 160,000, but it was considerably larger at the end of June. We were talking millions at the end of June. My cat's name is Franklin. She's now sitting on the iPad watching you, waiting for you to give her another shout out. That's awesome. Zuga coin, yeah, I need to look that up. It is bigger than BTC. I don't think anything's bigger than BTC. If you're looking at the market cap, you can't be just looking at the price of something. That doesn't mean it's bigger. You have to look at its market cap. And I don't believe anything has exceeded Bitcoin. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of Alphi. Alphi. All right. Folks. Two things for you, just so you know. Hang on. How do I fix this? So this is going to be it for the morning stream, but video download. I didn't want to download. So you could check out Artisan Builds on Twitch. It looks like they're currently building my computer. But in the meantime, if you go to the backup channel, Matt Kohrs Clips, don't forget to subscribe to this. This is the backup YouTube channel. Watch Party, AMC, GME, Crypto, and Lo-Fi Music. It's about to go live in a couple minutes as soon as I end this. And it's just some Lo-Fi music, and you guys could all continue to talk about AMC, GME, all that good stuff. But it'll be going live in a couple minutes. If you want to go to this channel, Matt Kohrs Clips. And this is the title, Watch Party, AMC, GME, Crypto. But like I said, that'll be live in just give me a couple minutes as soon as this stream has successfully concluded. And then other than that, the latest I'll be back on is 2 p.m. But if things are getting crazy, I'll come back on even earlier. And that'll be on the main channel. It'll also be on Rumble simultaneously. And I'll tweet out about that if I end up coming back on even earlier, if things are getting a little bit haywire and we could all hang out. I think that would be a lot of fun. But at latest I'll be back on is 2 p.m. Eastern. I might be back on earlier, but in the meantime, feel free to check out the Matt Kohrs Clips channel for some lo-fi music and watching AMC and GME do its thing and talk to a cool community of people. But until, what's going on, Baxter? Until I see you this afternoon, awesome. Have a good time. And remember, from me and Chair, best of luck in the markets.